This video, nobody asked for. I just want to do it, so it's gonna be one of those like wrap presents with me while I do a Q&A with questions that again, nobody asked for, but I just wanted to rant about certain stuff and address certain questions about life. It might not be productive at the same time, so I'm gonna get some Christmas wrapping done. We have this 5-pack of nice Christmas rolls. Thumbnail. So I'm in the basement so that no one in my family can see me. The first thing we're wrapping, oh, my dad doesn't come down here. It's this cord thing for his phone to charge it. So I finished my first semester at university and I am not really satisfied. Everyone always hypes college up and they say it's the best 4 years of your life. Right now, university for me is going the equivalent to grade 9. So my classes are good, like it's fine. I like my professors, my grades are like decent. Like obviously they've dropped significantly. Oh yeah, just a heads up. If you are getting 90s right now in high school, don't expect to maintain that in university because the TAs mark hard. Like they mark crazy hard. Okay, let's give him this one. I like this one. This is me being a pranking. In university, my average was about 75, but there are some couple assignments that I did get like 90s in, just a couple, but other than that, the majority of my assignments were low 80s to mid 70s. And if I got that in high school, I would have like cried, let me tell you. First world problems, but getting a 70 in university is blessed, so there's that. But my main issue with university so far has been the social aspect of it. Straight up, let me just tell you, university is lonely. Just a little backstory first. So I live off campus. I live relatively close to my university. It's like a 15-minute most drive. So I didn't see the point in living on dorm, like, you know, just to save money, and I didn't think residence would be the thing for me. But I never wanted to live in res. But then when I actually had my first week at college, and then there's like all this O-week stuff going on, and that was before the actual assignments and tests starting rolling in. So we just had a bunch of free time, and so they would like set up all these, you know, dances and like trips and stuff for the freshmen to go to. And I didn't go to any of them because you had to live in res to experience some of it. And so I did feel a lot of FOMO, and I felt this insane amount of regret for not moving into res the first week because, like, I know people who are in it, and my friends are saying, oh my god, it's so awesome, it's so great, and so, yeah, I get, like, pretty bad FOMO, so that was that. And also, just the transition from high school to university, I had this, like, big group of friends in grade 12, loved every single one of them. Just going from, like, a huge group to, like, just sitting with one person or sitting by yourself a lot of times can be very lonely. They never really address that when you go to like freshman Q&A sessions or whatever, like O-week at university. They always hype it up and they're like, you're gonna have so much fun, you're gonna get along with your roommates, you're gonna make friends with people from all over your dorm. And I don't live in a dorm, so I wouldn't know personally, but I know people who live in dorms and they say that it definitely isn't worth the hype because a lot of the times they're just staying in their dorm, isolated. And unfortunately, I know some cases where people actually don't get along with a roommate, so that would suck. A lot of people, like, on the same floor will close their doors, so they don't even get to know the people on their floor. This is so poorly wrapped. Oh my god, who wraps like this? I do. Okay, and here's another misconception I find. So if you live off campus, people will tell you, oh, it's gonna be hard to make friends. That's not the case. It's easy to make friends in university. You literally sit next to someone, you talk to them, you're like, hey, what's your name? You make the regular small talk conversations like, do you live on res? Do you live on campus? Oh my god, someone already commented on my video! What? Sorry guys, the vlog that I just posted already has one comment. It made me so happy, okay? And it's not even my friend. I don't know who this person is. It's a stranger. Okay, anyways, back to my video. Yeah, people will tell you if you live off campus, it's gonna be hard to make friends. No, that's not the case. Yeah, you just literally sit next to anyone, you make small talk, you know. The regular questions, what year are you? What's your major? What classes do you have? And this goes with anyone living on campus or off campus. The hard thing is to maintain friends. I experienced this personally. I just kind of like tested around with different people to see who I could click with. And a lot of these friends are just fillers for your actual friends. So a lot of the people that I introduced myself to, never talked to them again, not gonna lie. I actually found some people that I did click with, but after the semester's over, you're never gonna see them again because you have different majors, you're gonna have different classes. Even if you were in the same major, chances of you actually getting another class together, very slim. You know, you don't have classes together, so you lose touch with each other, so you're very less likely to like meet up during gap times and stuff like that. Like, okay, whenever I write presents, like one side is good and then the other side's trash. There's a lot of people who are just by themselves, you know, just on your laptop or something. I just find that kind of sad, you know? I genuinely miss high school. Like, my heart aches with nostalgia every time I think about it now. It was so much more simpler back then, and it was so much easier to, like, maintain relationships, and I just had a lot more people that I could connect with. Whereas in university, I said this before, but it's lonely. Just a little side note, this side's cute. This side's ugly as fuck. Okay, we're gonna top it off, though, with this huge, like, box of bows. Fun fact, whenever we open presents, my mom makes us keep the bows just so we can reuse it each year. So that's why we always have like a bunch. So yeah, saving the environment and stuff. Alright. If you are living off campus and you feel regret for not living on campus, you're in the same boat as I was. But now that half the semester's over, I'm genuinely glad that I didn't move into res because, one, you are saving a lot of money. Two, I feel like the college experience 10 years ago versus today is completely different. It was hyped up back then, and it is hyped up now, but back then there was more reason to hype it up, you know? Whereas today, because, I don't know, with like technology and just like how everyone's so antisocial, you don't really form those same connections like with your dorm friends as you did back then. And also, living in a dorm doesn't really give you adult skills, you know? Like, I thought that. I was like, oh man, I wish I lived in a dorm so I could like learn to cook for myself. But I was like, hold up, you don't even have a freaking kitchen. Like, everything's spoon-fed to you. All you do, your parents pay for your student card, and all you do is you just pick your food from the cafeteria and you swipe on it. You're not cooking anything. You're not cleaning anything. Me living at home, like, I actually go out and I go grocery shopping and I like cook things, you know? Alright, I got my present number 2 to wrap, some duct tape. This is for my brother. We have this empty Amazon box. Does anybody else do this where their parents like tell you to wrap your sibling's present for them? She got him this pajama set and then this hat. Okay. And voila. Okay, my main advice is to do what you want to do. So I understand maybe if you live in a stricter household, if you're Asian or whatever, it might be harder to convince your parents to pursue creative writing or theater or political science or whatever. A lot of parents will want you to pursue a more practical degree. Like, okay, I had this teacher in high school. She was my creative writing teacher and she was the best. But you know what she majored in? Economics. Then she realized that's not what I want to do. So then she changed her major. And now look at her with a successful job with an arts degree, doing what she loves, being passionate, changing kids' lives. Okay, your present's in here. You can't see what it is. But can I actually wrap this? Next up, I'm wrapping these nice champagne bottles from my mom's boss. Yeah, once again, she makes us like wrap stuff for. Well, I actually volunteered to do it. I don't mind wrapping. I really like it. So what wrapping paper should I do next? Let's use these snowmen. Snowmen. I'm obsessed with TikTok dances. If you think about it, you're literally spending an average of like $30,000. So you might as well study something that you actually enjoy. And in this day and world, you will most likely not get a job related to your degree. Honestly, technology and like those STEM majors, they're just as useless as arts degrees. Like our family studies teacher showed us this documentary. So many people nowadays are coming home after finishing the university degree and they're moving back in with their parents. And so they have this degree they don't use, they end up moving back in with their parents and they don't move out until they're like in their 30s to 40s, which is crazy. A lot of them just end up getting like tertiary sector jobs, so like waitressing or retail or fast food or whatever. People say psychology is useless, but you know what? Mental health advocacy is on the rise. Become a therapist. There you go. You don't see many opportunities to be like a lab scientist or whatever, and then that's like 8 years of your life and you don't really get a paycheck after like 10 years of school, 10 plus years of training. Okay, I'm not trying to throw shade towards STEM majors. I'm just saying, like, if you want to do something that's not STEM related, that's just as practical and you're doing something you love and enjoy. So me being an English major, I definitely have had some encounters with people. The guy that I order my glasses from, he was like just making small talk with me. He's like, oh, so what's your major? And I was like, English. And he was straight up like, why? And I get that a lot. So I was just like, oh, I want to be a teacher. And he's like, oh, okay. And a lot of times people will be condescending towards me, but then as soon as I tell them I want to be a teacher, then they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I think there's a lot of backup opportunities for an English major. Like, if you want to be an author, you get to increase your writing skills. I just love writing in general. Do you want to be a teacher? So I could be a tutor or something. I'm Asian, but I was never forced with the stereotypical expectation to become a doctor. Not everyone's fortunate enough to be in that situation. If anything, it's kind of funny. My mom wants me to be like a hairdresser and open up my own shop in my basement. And my dad wants me to open up my own business and create a restaurant because he thinks I'm a good cook. So that's my little PSA. Also, a good way to make friends in university as well. Try to make friends with people who are like in your major. So it's nice to have someone that you can like relate to when you talk about assignments or like common struggles, you know? Oh my god, I made this way too short. Look at that. Never remind me to wrap your presents, and I'll just go like that. Yeah, that's my little TED Talk. Moral of the story. It's so cheesy, but whatever tough times you're going through, it'll eventually pass. Nothing heals as best as time. Just enjoy life as best as you can. Don't listen to the haters out there. Have a Merry Christmas. Whoa. Bye.